Hey there, I'm BK and welcome to this tutorial. Today we design and draw this cute humanoid robot. First, let's talk about concept art. Before you start designing, give your robot a job. This will greatly change the final shape. For example, a fighter robot must be bigger and stronger for obvious reasons. Maybe throw in some camouflage paint and use sharp edges to give it that boxy look. Whereas a maid or a servant robot would be best smaller for maybe storage space or ease of maintenance. I also used soft curves to give it that feminine look. Now I know these designs won't win any awards, but they're just examples, so bear with me. When you're done with that, it's time to humanify those. You can either grab a 3D model and use it to transfer your robot design into a human's anatomy, ultimately creating a humanoid. And if that doesn't work out for you, you can sketch out the whole thing, just like I did. By the way, I made a thorough tutorial on how to use ClipStudio's 3D models, links down below. Now here are some design tips to keep in mind. Relying solely on the circuit board look is not enough. You'll have to emphasize the robot look by including bigger and smaller body parts, gadgets and gear, lights, see-through surfaces, mechanical joints, hydraulic muscles, energy sources, cables, outlets. Basically anything that looks mechanical or electric. Do your research and source out as many references as you can. And now we have this. Let's compare it to one of my first designs. Quite an improvement, I'd say. Here's a chart of what I've changed and why. Head design. I really like the short hair. Upper body. Too busy. Still busy. Perfect. Lower body. Nailed it. Meh. Legs. Bad Star Wars cosplay. Still sucks. Perfect. Now let's move on to the drawing process. This is how I usually do this. Launch ClipStudioPaint and create a new file. Obviously. Trace over your design to create a clean line art. Yeah, make sure to use the brush stabilizer.
A few moments later.
I recommend you separate each body part on its own layer, because it's just so convenient. Then select the shape of your character and fill it with a base color. Clip a new folder to that layer and start adding colors. Again, each color on its own layer. Before this gets really messy, I highly recommend you name and organize all of your layers to help save time and possible headache. Next, add 2 more layers clipped on each color, one for shading and the other for lighting. And with that, your humanoid should look something like this. Now here's a beginner's tip to drawing reflective surfaces. Light bounces off and it carries colors from its surroundings. Thus, metal will reflect colors of nearby surfaces. Each surface refracts light differently. You can clearly see that in circular and square pieces of metal. Okay, enough with science already, let's add some effects. Depth of field. While pressing the control button, left-click on the base colors preview icon to select the shape of your character. Then create a new layer and paint over distant parts with a light blue color. Next, make that LED glow. Create a new layer above everything and set its blending mode to add glow or color dodge, then paint over the LED with a dark blue color. And done! Oh my god, this took so long. Thanks for watching, I hope you learned something. Stay safe and creative, and I'll see you next time.